So, Jacob, how do you feel about, okay, let me not ask that like that. How do you like fast food, period? Regardless of if it's good for you, regardless if you even eat it, do you like fast food?
Yes.
Okay. Are you plugged in? So, today, the day we're recording this, my girlfriend and I are going out to celebrate Valentine's Day because we both had to work on actual Valentine's Day. So, uh, I'm looking at places to go eat. We're thinking about going to the flea market and getting some fast food, something like that. And then I came across one thing that led me down like a rabbit hole. This all happened in like the hour I was here before we started. Um, and I have four very fast little things I want to go through in the world of fast food that I am just flabbergasted by. So, first off, do you know about Sonic? You have Sonic, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with their new sandwich?
Yes.
Brand new. Oh, you are. You
I
are.
do.
Okay. So for those of you who aren't, Sonic now has a pulled pork sandwich that is also a cheeseburger. And it is exactly what you think it is. It is just a meat patty, a bunch of pulled pork on top, and pickles. It looks so good. I
No.
could not validate buying it. It looks so good. And they now have pulled pork tachos, which first off, tachos. That's a great fucking name. But second off, they have pulled pork tachos, and those also look pretty bomb. But I don't like tater tots. So for those who are curious, tachos I assume is a portmanteau of tater tots and nachos.
Mm.
But okay, you've heard of that, so I couldn't catch you off guard with that one. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. So moving on to the next one. So this actually goes back into the history of fast food a little bit.
Well,
Do you
can I say real quick how I know about that?
what?
There's a guy on YouTube called Joe is Hungry, and it's this old guy,
Oh, okay.
and he reviews those, but he reviewed it on stream with my favorite streamer.
Oh, that's awesome then. I saw a guy I watch on YouTube called Lunchtime Reviews do it, and I was
Yeah.
like, holy fuck, I gotta figure this one out. So okay, so we're gonna kind of pivot over a little bit to everybody's favorite sub shop. That's right, not Jersey Mike's, not Jimmy John's, not any of the good ones. It's Subway. So
I disagree,
first off,
but yeah.
this is a completely side thing. When I am on the Subway website to tell you about this, I have a like pickup and it gives me my nearest location, right?
Yeah.
Like the location. This is telling me that this Subway is literally in the middle of what I know from Uber to just be a fucking cul-de-sac neighborhood. There is not a Subway there. I know that on God, there is not a Subway anywhere near there. That is just someone's fucking front lawn.
That's funny.
But anyway, so I wanted to come to Subway because, so you know how there was Jared, the Subway guy, that
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I
know?
know him.
Okay, so after him, Subway took this big pivot to try to be a kind of sports oriented, like sports themed. You know, they sponsor all these sports leagues, they sponsor all these events,
I
and
didn't
then
know
they've
that
started.
actually.
Yeah, and they've created this thing called the Subway series, and I want to bring it up for two reasons. One, because all of the sandwiches, almost all of them, have ridiculous sports related names. And second off, because the numbers don't make any sense. So you have a number one, right?
Yeah.
A number two, a number three, number four, a number six, that a number 15, a number 99, a number 17, a number 30, a number 33. And so I assumed that they were maybe like based on popular athletes that are like that do brand deals with Subway. Maybe it was like their numbers, but it's not. It's like I can't find anything related to anybody with these numbers in any major sport. They also have one now that's called the Pickleball Club, and I just wanted to point that one out to you. But
Maybe it's the fact that they don't like they look like the numbers, but they're not tied to anyone.
I think that is probably it. Because some of these maybe are actually numbers, but since they don't say anything about it, like if you click the sandwich, right, it tells you what it's all in the sandwich and like the little blurb about it, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't. But like it doesn't say anything like choose this to like the number 30, the Beast. It's like I don't know a number 30. Let's say he wasn't, but if LaDainian Tomlinson was number 30, it would be like you can feel like the beast, just like LaDainian Tomlinson. With it, it's I would assume they would put some kind of branding in there. But the main reason I want to bring up Subway though is, and we're almost done with all this, so don't worry. We got one more thing after this. But did you know that Subway now? Do you eat Subway at all, by the way?
I did when I was a kid.
Okay, but
But
not
the
anymore.
idea that they can't just call their bread bread makes me wonder what it is.
That's fair. I mean, I feel
They,
that way about a lot of
they're
things,
like,
and I still.
because I'm pretty sure they call it bread product, and I'm like, what's the difference?
I don't know if you can call like Vienna sausage meat, but I still eat that. No, but I understand that. I don't eat Subway myself either, ever since they got rid of the $5 footlongs. But one thing Subway does do now, I've never heard of this. I just saw this on the website, or like I said earlier today. So you know how on Subway you're worried about the bread, right? It's perfect that you said that. It's a perfect pivot.
Yeah.
Um, you're worried about the bread, right? Well, don't worry. For $9.99, you can go to Subway and just have them slop everything you want into a bowl
Oh yeah. Okay.
and just eat that with a fork.
Yeah, I've also seen there's some YouTuber or TikToker that got big because his family owns a Subway.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah. I've seen he's
Um,
been recommended to me before.
but he made all they're entertaining videos and just watching him make like crazy sandwiches because at one point he would ask the viewers to submit their
Yeah.
sandwich. It was pretty funny because I'm pretty sure he even made like a pizza before a pizza was a thing at Subway,
Oh, that's funny.
just out of all the shit they had, and I'm like, that's kind of cool and weird, but it's
It's
Subway.
really funny though that you say asking people to make their own sandwich, because that's the last thing I want to talk to you about. Are you? Oh God, I'm being talked to a sentient AI burger called Grillium.
The
What's
fuck?
up, Grillium? You can't hear Grillium, but he's going on about the contest here. I'm trying to figure out how to turn Grillium off. All right, I have silenced Grillium. So, are you familiar with Burger King's new promotion?
Maybe.
So, what it is you go onto their website, you log in with a Burger King account, like that you would use the app with or something,
Yeah.
and then you can create your own Whopper through AI generation, and then whichever one wins gets $1 million. And so the concept is you go on there, you just type random toppings, and you put the word where you want that topping to be. And then when you're done and you submit it, it gets AI generated for you. And I thought that was interesting sounding. Also, if anybody does want to enter this just for fun, you get a free Whopper with a $1 purchase coupon. So if you like Whoppers, if you like Burger King, it's probably worth it to pop on there. But
So wait,
yeah, I
what do
thought
you get if you win?
$1 million.
That's crazy that Burger King even has that. I'm just
Yeah, I'm
kidding.
gonna link this to you, but be careful because Grilliam will start screaming. He gets very upset, apparently. But and you can see actually right here. There's like you can see AI generated Whoppers that people have already submitted. But yeah, if you scroll a little down to where it says Whopper entries, Grilliam will start yelling. Be careful. Grilliam scares me.
I don't know why yours started screaming. Mine talked normal.
Oh, mine was just turned up really loud. I didn't mean like actually screaming.
Okay. It's just like death screeching into your ears.
No, but my volume was really high, so it came out. It was like, "Oh, it's me, Grilliam. Your burger friend." It's like I'm good. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, this just sounded good. Pizza Hut has hot honey pizzas and hot honey wings, and it sounds pretty fucking good. It's a habanero infused honey sauce with Cajun rubbed wings or Cajun spice rubbed wings or a double pepperoni pizza. That just sounded good to me, so I thought I'd mention that. I have talked about fast food
Um,
for so long, Jacob is no longer registering me as a co-host.
no, I'm actually generating one of these.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what he can.
Go ahead and bring us in while I'm doing this real quick.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Well, welcome everybody. This is the Fluffy Biscuits podcast. My name is Zach. You can find me on YouTube at Pixelated Trash. This is my good friend, co-host, and editor Jacob. You can find him on YouTube at NazirTL. You can also find us on Twitter at Fluffy Biscuits Podcast, the extra F in there. You can find Jacob on Twitter at NazirTL. If you're watching this too, you can also listen to it on Spotify at the Fluffy Biscuits Podcast. If you're listening to this on Spotify, you can watch it on YouTube at the Fluffy Biscuits Podcast. I did that too fast. Jacob's still working.
No, it's generating now.
Oh, okay.
I can show it to you.
That's fair. You can. The rest won't get this. That
See,
loading
that's-
screen is something else, though.
Yeah, it's just saying grill out.
Oh. Did you just fucking make a regular Whopper?
No. I don't know what's on a regular Whopper to begin with, so maybe.
Because it looks like it's just lettuce, tomatoes,
Oh, I can
pickles,
download the
onions, and then 3 beef patties.
That's crazy. I didn't even put pickles on there. I just put them on there.
Because it looks like a normal ass Whopper. Just with 3 patties, which you can already get.
Walk me through this. What would you want to put on here? And then, because I can save the image.
Oh fuck, that's fair. I wish we'll find a way to get you all the images here.
No, like I got the image. Just tell me.
I know. Let's see. Go with hit us up with Swiss cheese. There we go. Okay, get me some pickles. Now get me some more pickles. Just a little bit more pickles. And then let's get tomatoes and onion. And then let's get some olives. And then just a little more pickles.
Oh my god.
And then hit me up with just one little squirt of ketchup. Oh, am I out?
You hit the limit.
Well, keep my pickles. No.
No. This is fuck you. I don't even think it's
Fine.
gonna register that many.
Fine. Put ketchup. Let's just see what this thing does.
That's terrible. That's like mainly.
Well, yeah. It doesn't
toppings.
matter. I'm not gonna win. I don't care. This is gonna be one sloppy boy. All those wet ass pickles.
Bro, the bun better be fucking toasted or else it's not holding shit.
This is the kind of sandwich that I would see on a menu and think, oh, I might try that, and then think about that is a lot of pickles. I mean, they really did, and they're all different colors too. All the pickles are different colors because I didn't put anything green on there but pickles. So why are they all different
You
colors?
glitched it out because if
I
you look
did.
at it, the tomatoes are turning green in this. This is kind of funny.
Tomatoes are pickle. Everything is pickle. That was the secret of Burger King all along. Everything was pickle.
I am gonna do this one more time.
Oh God.
What kind of toppings can you even get? Like, what's the... Okay, wait.
The thing is, you can put anything on there. The rule is as long as it's food, you can put anything on there.
Okay.
Oh, and you have to avoid allergens. So you can't have peanuts or seafood. So no nuts or seafood. But you don't even like seafood, so I don't know why you do that.
Oh, we didn't even hit them with the bacon. On either of ours.
I
That's
like how
crazy.
I like the order. The cheese is just gonna kind of congeal all the meat together. I like your thinking.
Oh, yeah. What's a wacky? What's a wacky?
Better.
Um,
Oh, there you go. Yeah. And the Carolina Reaper, just to like really bring it home. I've actually eaten one of those.
oh,
Aw. But
You know
why
what?
did it let ghost pepper on? But
because they have ghost pepper chicken nuggets.
oh,
once a
that's
year.
right.
Patty.
But where the fuck did they have pepperoni that would work? But ghost pep, but fucking Carolina
I don't
Reaper
know.
wasn't. There's nothing with pepperoni on it at Burger King.
Hey man, you don't know that?
I mean, I think I do
You don't know that?
vaguely. Oh, that's what? I think you confused it.
Yeah, I think it did
I,
too, because I don't see any pepperoni, but I do see the mozzarella.
I see the mozzarella and the bacon. I don't see that second thing of cheese. I don't know where lettuce came from. Did you add
Yeah.
lettuce?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh. So I just turned everything into pickles. Yours just broke.
My topping list.
Maybe
Okay.
the green is the pepperoni. Maybe I just permanently turned it all into pickles.
Maybe it's putting the ghost peppers as green because of like the top of the peppers. I don't know.
I have no idea. This is some shitty AI, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, this AI is not good. It looks like its only learning points is just different slices
Yeah.
for like literally this angle. Do you see my mouse?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
like it's like they just clipped out like a side view of like a patty and bacon, and that's all the learning points for this is because that's all it's giving us.
What's that one website that people use for images? Majesty? Or no. Um, it's a AI generated image generator, but fuck.
Luxica?
No, I'm never gonna remember it because I don't use those kind of things. But I was gonna go to that and see if I couldn't AI generate a better Whopper that we can throw up for the people. But
Well, I have a topic that happened
go ahead.
today.
Absolutely.
So literally while I was getting in the shower, which is like less than 30 minutes ago, getting ready for
Hmm.
this, I got a message from Josh. Do you want to know what that message said?
Uh, Suns out, guns out.
No. He said it's getting wild because like on Saturday, we were talking about how Too Mad passed away.
Yeah.
He sent me an article today saying that the former YouTube CEO,
Hmm.
her son was found dead in his dorm room. And so I told him, I was like, dang,
Did he
is
take
this
his
the
life?
reason? It didn't say.
Mm.
I was like, dang, is this why all these YouTubers are retiring? Because, like, some sort of Grim Reaper Final Destination shit's happening to them?
That's weird.
It is weird because that was like, I don't even know this person, but I knew of the CEO, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, this is
Why did
such
she
an
step
odd
down
thing.
again? Like, what made her step
Um,
down in the first place?
Probably made enough money to not care anymore.
I I don't think that's the reason. Um, I'm trying to. Yeah, Susan would. No, Jesus Christ.
Wojcicki.
Wojcicki is how that. Wojcicki is how this is telling me to say it. Uh, yeah, she's worth 765 million. So obviously, where did they take her? I just wanted to see if she was. So she resigned. For some reason, I thought something happened, but she wanted to focus on family health and personal projects. Okay, yeah. So she took a bigger job at Google, and then quit YouTube so she could just have money. I see. Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Nope,
Oh, she
nothing
was
wrong with that.
co-founder at 23andMe. I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah,
one of her
I'm pretty
sisters
sure she was also one of the founders of Google.
of Google.
I thought so.
She was their first marketing manager in 1999. Oh, yeah. And then she worked at Intel, it looks like. I'm sure
She
everybody's fascinated by
she
this.
became involved in the creation of Google in 1998 when
Oh,
she
I got you.
rented out her garage as an office to the company's founders.
I want you to point out Jacob is sharing his screen with me still, and we are both reading the exact same Wikipedia
Oh
article.
shit. You know what,
So,
Logan? I'll just leave it up. That's fine.
fuck is that? Your computer scares me when I look at it.
Well, fuck you too. Your
You're like,
face
fuck
scares
you, I'm
me.
going back to Burger King.
Why won't it just take me back to
Just
Google?
did it. Jacob cannot escape the Burger King website. There we go. He's good now. He made it. But yeah, that's wild about her son. I'll be interested in the. It's obviously, of course, tragic, but I'll be interested in the story that comes, like what might have happened, because it's kind of wild.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like obviously they're off radar in
Yeah.
general when it comes to like at least our like news. So it's just a really weird thing to be sent.
I feel that. Yeah, it's like it's like almost like 6 degrees, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever it's called, where it's like this doesn't really have anything to do with me, but I guess I make YouTube stuff, so I kind of have an interest. I don't, but I don't. So I don't.
I know what you saw. Shut up.
No, but I I need to fucking remember what I was gonna say because I was gonna talk about something else related, not to this, but to what we were talking. God damn it! Well, I lost my whole train of thought. I have been playing. I've been playing Rune Factory 4 Special on the PlayStation religiously lately. It has been quite an experience for me. I have about 100 hours in it, I think.
Mm.
It is not great in some elements and very, very good in others. Are you familiar with Rune Factory?
You talked about it last podcast.
Yeah. But I'm getting farther and further in it. It actually, I think I talked about it on the stream, but either way, yeah, it's fucking great. Rune Factory is made by the people who made Harvest Moon, and they now make Story of Seasons. But the last one I played was called Tides of Destiny on the PS3, and it was not that fun. This one is absolutely great. It's you can like tame like so instead of buying pets or buying like animals for your farm, you can buy you capture monsters and then they can like work on your farm and they'll also produce like whatever that creature drops. So like if you need eggs for cooking, instead of buying chickens, you go out and you just catch chickens like Pokemon style. Well, actually you have to make them love you, but either way, you like monster collect them. And so like I have a monster that's like a chicken, but it's like 5 times a normal chicken size, and it takes up like half the coop it's in. It's pretty fucking great, all in all. I really like that element, the element of capturing the monsters, because it's like you can definitely capture all of them, even like the bosses, and some of them are completely useless. Some of them don't produce anything, and then some of them are like really weak but produce a lot of shit. So I've really that. Are you making more Whoppers? What are you doing? Why are you so quiet?
I mean, I was sharing my screen. You just didn't see it.
Okay. Oh, hey, look, it's you, Gio.
Yeah, I logged in and got my rewards while you were talking. I wanted to make sure I got them before I left today. I do know that all of my friends are trying to play Helldivers 2, and they can't get into any servers.
That's funny though. I
It's a good problem
have
to
not
have.
seen anything. Yeah, I mean that for their from the Helldivers perspective, absolutely. I don't know expressly that like I'll ever get around to Helldivers 2, but I've enjoyed watching people play it. That's mostly all I've done though.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't like I might get it, but I'm definitely not getting it right now if I'm not going to be able to play it.
That's perfectly fair. Yeah. I
Because I know Gavin, like for instance, I was going to put his computer together yesterday because he bought
mhm.
some upgrades, but he was like, "Nah, I want to play Helldivers that night." So he actually got our friend Trey to put it together Friday so that he could play Helldivers, and I'm like, it was for naught because
Mhm.
he told us he gets it together. Basically, Josh and Noah get on home, get on, and before basically they end up going to sleep before Gavin even downloads it. Gavin was able to get into one game and got kicked before it even like finished.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And then last night they were all like, "Yeah, let's play Helldivers 2." And then Gavin went upstairs before we left and was like, "Nope, the servers are still packed. We're not gonna be able to play."
I feel that. Are you do you even own it though, like yet, or have you?
No,
Are you like completely not
no,
buying? Okay, I
I
gotcha.
don't own it.
That's fair. I haven't really been playing anything new, but like I've been playing Rune Factory, but have. I think I already talked about this. Maybe I don't know if I talked about this on a podcast or if I just ranted. What happens for me is I play a game for a little bit and then I'll fall off it, and then I'll go back, and then I'll fall off it, and then at some point it'll finally get me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I'll be like, oh, okay, I understand now. Either maybe I didn't understand the gameplay loop, or I didn't understand some of the controls or something, but or even the story in some cases. But I'll go back and be like, okay, I get it now. And that recently happened with me with a game on the 3DS called Dragon Ball
Gyokao.
Z. No, Dragon Ball Z Fusers.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
have you ever played this or heard of it?
I've heard of it. I haven't played it.
It's fan. Okay, I'm gonna say it's fantastic. I'm gonna say that 100% knowing that that is a loaded statement for because it is not well received. It has about a 60 Metacritic, but I really liked it, and it's really cool. What happens is you create a character, and then you recruit other members of like the Dragon Ball universe to join like your team in this like ultimate battle. It's gonna happen. Like not a bad thing, but like a competition.
Yeah.
And as you're going through and like doing it, you can earn points to fuse characters together, and you can fuse anybody to anybody. And sometimes it's real and sometimes it's not. So for instance, I have Tien and Yamcha, right? If I fuse them, they become Tiencha from Budokai 2, which I think is his only appearance. But if you fuse them with other people, then they become unique fusions. And then you yourself can fuse with other people too. And I've really enjoyed it. The combat system is interesting. I'm not going to call it good, but for the concept of trying to make a turn based fighting game, and I mean fighting as in like traditional fighting, like Street Fighter fighting, to be able to try to do that on touchscreens and then, they kind of make it two player turn based as like a caveat, but it's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and there's so many characters and there's so many moves. I don't know if it ties into anything, but it also did lead me on a thing. I ended up getting a game called Dragon Ball Z: The Breakers on PlayStation. Have you heard of that one?
Yes, I think as a kid I always wanted that one,
Oh no, no, no!
but
This
I
is a
didn't
new
have.
one.
Oh, well then no.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Burst Limit.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. But Dragon Ball Z: The Breakers is literally like Dead by Daylight Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And it's like you have 7 people who are playing as their own created characters, and then one person who's playing as a super character like Brawly or Frieza or Cell. And you basically have to like try to take down the super character while being like a woefully underpowered character yourself. And it's not fun.
I would kind of
Just kind
probably
of
like that.
I think you might. The reason I say it's not fun is that I think there's a little too much of a like hitch to getting like the powerful people are too powerful, and the weak people aren't weak enough. Like the powerful people are weak, is what I'm trying to say, and the people who like they're supposed to be fighting are very weak. It's like everybody just feels very weak. It's far from the
Oh,
worst Dragon Ball Z game I've ever
okay.
played, for sure. But
It's very
what's up?
weird. Nothing. Just how you explained it.
No, that wasn't my
Okay,
finest one.
look at my screen.
Oh
This
yeah, Burst Limit. Oh,
well,
Sagas? Yeah, I
this
remember Sagas.
okay. I love this cover. Right. I
Yeah.
remember getting this for the GameCube and playing it all the time.
Yeah, that's why I had it too.
As a kid, I was really into Dragon Ball Z. I think it was one of the first like deep animes I ever saw. Because I watched like Beyblade as a kid, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're not
Yeah.
like super shonen anime like
Yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
Ball Z would be. So I've actually owned a lot of Dragon Ball Z games. I've owned this for some reason. This Dragon Ball Z for the Kinect. I've
Oh,
owned
that's
every
unfortunate.
Budokai Tenkaichi game. So
That
1, 2,
one,
or
yeah.
3. I didn't own Burst Limit, but I didn't own a PlayStation 3, so that kind of makes sense.
It was on the Xbox
Um,
360. That's where I had it.
I think I didn't get an Xbox 360 until like
Way after the.
2011.
Yeah, I feel you.
I
No, I see.
remember because I got it for Skyrim.
Oh, no, yep, I feel that. I have been. Always been an anime fan, but I have fallen off shonens very hard, except for their video game tie-ins. I love the Dragon Ball Z games, the Naruto games. A lot of the One Piece games actually are pretty good. Um, and I love like I didn't like the game, but I liked the concept of like jump stars, where it was like a fighting game with
Oh yeah,
all of these different anime characters in it. It wasn't specifically good, but I enjoyed the game itself. But yeah, so for me, it's like I don't know a single thing about Dragon Ball Z past the GT arc or the Buu saga, whatever.
uh,
But I have played all of the video games, like all of them, and I have same thing with well, with Naruto. It's different. I've seen up into parts of Boruto, but I don't like care. So, but I
the
play every fucking game they make.
the interesting thing about like Dragon Ball Z is because we know like Dragon Ball was like Goku's story, and then Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be Gohan's story, but everyone kept wanting Goku, so
Yeah,
they turned it back to be like, okay, it's Goku. And that's why at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan was sort of hyped up.
yeah,
And even into the Cell arc, he was kind of hyped up. But then, it goes past and you get Dragon Ball GT. But when Dragon Ball Super comes out, they specifically state like it goes in between the timeline, like before GT happens. Like
yeah.
that's where it starts off. And I'm like, damn, retconning. I'm like, Dragon Ball GT, I don't think it was like the best, but it had some cool like animations and cool forms, I think.
I that's the thing is that I I loved so much shonen as a kid, but if that show didn't end before I kind of grew out of sitting on my ass and watching anime every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I didn't keep up in any kind of way. It's like there's plenty of shonens and just animes in general that I watched as a younger person that are just over, or even just never got more made of them. But there's not a lot of current like long running that I'm like and I've tried. Because that's the thing. I was a huge Gundam fan. I watched like the first 4 series of Gundam that came out, and then I was off to do different things, and I never revisited it.
You
And I
like
don't really have.
watching anime politics.
What'd you say?
I said you like
Oh
watching
yeah.
anime politics.
Hey, that first season with the dude. Oh no, not even the first season. Actually, probably like the third. Yeah, yeah. The politics of that show was very good. Actually, I really enjoyed a lot of it, but it was like it just kind of I fell out of interest of watching. It's like I just didn't want to sit around and have to catch up and follow all the lore and everything. But when I was young, I did. When I was young, I had like this like I was part of a fucking like little group of guys that I was friends with where we literally like cataloged on like a shitty like free hosting website every known ability to that point in Naruto
What the fuck?
and like a brief description of what it did and the hand signs they used to do it. Like I was deep into anime, and then I kind of got out of it and I never really revisited it. And now it's like I watch anime that's like Psychopath or
Psychopaths.
Psychopath. Yeah. And now it's much less like the long running uh
I
epic shonen stuff.
I don't really watch shonen. Like I'll read manga more than I watch an anime.
I feel that.
For you, if I click over to my actual workspace, look at how like I have so many
My
like
father is a
tabs,
betting man.
but I actually have an anime open. Just because I think it's a light novel and I don't really want to read the light novel. I just want to have it on in the background. But
Well, that's one way to get around
also
that.
on this Dragon Ball Z, this game was the last Dragon Ball Z game I played, Battle of Z.
I never
It
even
was
touched
like,
that one.
yeah, it's like where they first introduced the
That
gods kind of
Anubis
thing.
guy. Yeah.
I this came out when I was still in high school, but I remember playing it. I even remember recording it and like uploading it to YouTube using an old Roxio capture card.
Mm.
That footage is no longer available.
Can't
I
imagine.
it wouldn't have even been on this channel, like the Nazir TL channel. It would have
That's
been
how
on a
unavailable
channel
it
that
is.
is gone to the wastes.
It's so unavailable that the channel itself doesn't exist.
Yeah, I always thought it was interesting. Okay, for before I go further in this, I would like to say I'm not the biggest Gundam fan.
Mhm.
I feel like once you see one, you see most of them in general.
Yeah, that is basically how it goes.
The one I watched was Iron Blooded Orphans because I enjoy it. I think the
I
voice
I know
actor.
the title you're talking about, but I didn't register that at first, and I was just like, huh?
No, no, the Orga
2015. Damn,
has
you
the
started you
same.
started late.
Well, I had seen like episodes of older ones before, but I watched that one. But I can tell you the only reason I watched that one is because the voice actor for Orga is Johnny Bosch, and he voice acts Ichigo in Bleach. But
Oh,
he
and he voice
also
acts hold on.
he voice
The
acts
main the
Nero from Devil May Cry.
and main guy from Persona 4 the anime,
Yeah.
the main character. Or wait, Persona 3 the anime? Which one is it?
So I don't know which one it is. I would
Yeah, you
like to say
I'm gonna fight. Persona 4,
that
yeah, I was right.
it's really funny that Johnny Bosch or whatever his name is, I believe that's his name.
BOSCH.
Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch. So he voices Ichigo, right? But he also voices. Did I say Nero? It might be Nero.
He was the Black Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
So there's a meme that gets spread around
Hmm.
about him because if you look at it right, so you
Yeah.
never watched Bleach, have you?
Yeah, I saw like I would say I've seen like 25 episodes sporadically.
Okay. Well, at the end of Bleach, Ichigo gets with the orange-haired girl, Orihime,
Yeah.
but Ichigo has this huge sword,
Hmm.
canonically, and
Yeah.
he also uses the katana as like his bankai. Whatever. It changes form. Not going into specifics. But he also has this form where he has like a hollow mask and has like horns on it and stuff. But then if you look at Nero, he has this giant sword. He has a redheaded girlfriend, also voiced by the same voice actress that voiced Orihime in Bleach. He has the
That's really
katana
funny.
Yamato, and he also has a demon form that almost looks like he has horns. They look, it's so funny. I gotta find it so I can put it up on screen and show you.
I feel that. One interesting thing about this guy Bosch that we're going down a little bit of a rabbit hole. He voiced Vash the Stampede and Trigun. He was in Akira, and he was in what was I also looking at? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he was in Code Geass, which I think is
Okay.
interesting. More importantly, though, hold on real fast, because do you know who Vic Minona is? I think is how you pronounce it. Mignona is how you say it.
No.
Vic Mignogna, he's a very popular voice actor. He's been around forever. He was Brawly in Dragon Ball Z. I mean he was basically a dub artist for sexy voiced main love interests, if that makes sense. Like that was the kind of thing he did. Anyway, 2019, he had a bunch of sexual assault allegations against him. I'm not getting into that, but apparently Bosch replaced him as Broly actually in 2019. So all the new Broly stuff is done by Bosch, which
Okay,
is
look at
interesting.
Discord
I'm
where
looking.
I'm sharing my screen. That is the image I'm talking about.
That is really funny though.
Because it's like you see the swords, you see
Yeah.
the girl, the protagonist, and then you see their ultimate form. It's just like, damn.
Is Nero in Devil May Cry?
I believe
Is
he's in
Who is
4,
he?
and then he's in 5.
No, I didn't mean Nero, the classic Roman person computer.
Devil May
Let's
Cry is
see.
great.
It's a pretty good game. I'll give you that for sure. He's in, let's see, 4 and 5. Yeah, he was the primary protagonist of those two. But
Yeah,
wait, then
well, 5 you get to play all 3.
who's the fucking who were the other ones? I've like lost the
Dante and
plot now.
Virgil.
Dante and Virgil. That Virgil was the one I keep thinking
Yeah,
of because he's
Nero
named.
is Virgil's son.
I gotcha. Yeah, because they're all like the kind of like naming convention. I wouldn't say the story necessarily, but the naming convention is all very inspired by like the Divine Comedy and stuff
Yeah,
with Dante and Virgil and then Nero and yeah.
yeah,
It's
I
been a hot minute since I
believe.
played a Devil May Cry game.
Yeah, because Nero has the arm that can actually summon, basically use Yamato, which is like Virgil's sword.
I
And I'm
gotcha.
pretty sure the main plot of 5 is that Virgil split himself of like good and bad kind of thing, and essentially stole his son's arm in this
Oh,
sword.
that's fair.
And that's why in 5 he has that robotic arm. They can like shoot random missiles and shit.
Apparently, Dante and Virgil are brothers.
Yeah, the right. Yeah, the
I did
fuck.
not know that.
Yeah, because Dante and Virgil, their parents, like the mom was like an angel, and the father was like a demon or whatever.
Oh, I
But
gotcha.
it's funny because the one who gets the more angelic powers is the more evil one, which is Virgil.
Yeah.
Because Virgil's
Well,
all about controlling, and then
absolute power
Dante's
corrupts absolutely.
basically.
That's what I always say anyway. You know, every time I'm like, do you ever get like, see that, oh yeah, that company made that game. And then you think more about it and you're like, oh yeah, and they also make all of these other games. Do you ever have a moment like that where you're like,
Oh no, but
because I was looking at this and I
mm,
literally forgot who made Devil May Cry.
was it?
And I was like,
Swear.
oh, it's Capcom.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, what the fuck else did Capcom make besides like Street Fighter? I was like, oh yeah, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Dragon's Dogma, Onimusha, Ace Attorney, Dead Rising. I was like, never really thought about that. When I think of Capcom, the first thing that comes in my head is Street Fighter for sure, even though Resident Evil is definitely more popular.
Yeah, I don't even see where it says Capcom.
I was on the Wikipedia page.
Oh.
For anybody wondering, that's where we get about 90% of all of our information for this show. So if you're ever wondering why we seem so woefully inept with information that we provide you, it's because we're just reading off Wikipedia.
Yeah, that is true. We do that a lot. Um, what other games? They have Dark Stalkers. I don't know what that is. I feel like I did at one point though. Oh, they made Monster Hunter Rise. That's
They make all the
fire.
Monster Hunters.
What? Okay,
That's their series. That's what I was saying. It's like they own so many series, and I'm like, I know all these.
that's crazy because I didn't expect that at all. I'm kind of hyped for the new Monster Hunter game that's coming out.
Oh yeah, there's a new one coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the same gameplay style as World.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
But I the last one I played, Monster Hunter World, I didn't play too much of it. I probably played, yeah, like 15 hours total.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play with friends, but no one ever wanted to play it. And I
The
played on PlayStation, so that limited me to only PlayStation friends.
Yeah, I feel like World. A lot of Monster Hunter. I feel like because I enjoy the gameplay in general, I feel like unless you have a friend, it's not as fun. It's made to get like make adventuring groups or hunting groups and go out because even on like the DS, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure even it's like way earlier games, they sort of like they I wouldn't say they started, but they made well use of like internet capabilities before most games did.
that's fair. Yeah.
I even know that in China there was a Monster Hunter MMO. Did you know that?
Huh. I did not. What was it called?
I don't know.
Whoops.
Monster
Sorry,
Hunter
everybody. I
MMO.
asked him
But
after he clicked off.
it was just Monster Hunter Online.
Oh, okay.
But it
MHO, the MMO.
apparently it was actually really good. Like it wasn't shit, but it was region
I
locked to
gotcha.
China.
Oh, that's weird.
And it released August 18th, 2013.
Well,
It
okay.
used
How
CryEngine
long did it
3.
run for? That's wild. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Dude, do the current ones use CryEngine? What the fuck do
I
they
don't
run
think
in?
so.
MT
Um,
Framework is the name of the engine. What the fuck did you click on?
I'm literally if
MT
you
Fr-
just Google Monster Hunter Online, it
No, no, no.
literally
I
says,
like clicked off to something and it was just like nothing but ads. That's what I
"Oh,
was like.
okay, okay." I thought you were asking what
Yeah,
I
it's
clicked on. I'm like, I haven't clicked on anything yet.
but
um,
let's see. Yeah, MT Framework. Apparently there's quite a lot of games being made in it. Apparently Ace Attorney gets made in it now. And then apparently there's a mobile version of the MT Framework.
it closed 4 years ago,
Oh, well, that's lame.
but apparently I just Googled something
Mm-hmm.
that says there might be. It says Monster Hunter Frontier and Monster Hunter Online being shut down. But just from like a quick Google search, I actually saw someone say that they're opening up a private server for it. And I'm like, how the
Yeah,
fuck is that possible?
here's what I just found. While the official servers were shut down December 31st, 2019, though it was developed primarily for Chinese players and solely uses the Chinese language, the game is not in any way region locked and only limited by the language limitations. Tencent has since approved the distribution of an English language patch created by fans back in May of 2016. This can be
That's
played on
cool.
private servers. So it's still up and running. People still got it going, kind of like when people got like Star Wars Galaxies out of the dirt, dusted it off for a while.
Dang. But look at the graphics for it. Because for
Yeah,
an MMO, that's kind of crazy.
CryEngine's very, very, very good. That I think that it's woefully underused, and I don't know if it has limitations that make it, or if maybe the Crytek people are just bitches about, giving out the license. But because what's it called? That game that I was talking about playing that you were like, oh, I really like that one too. It was made in Cry. Fucking Kingdom Come.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the only one. Oh, wait. Crytek
CryEngine's
Zero.
like the Crisis engine.
Yeah, yeah. It will. Developer. I see. Cities for many third-party games, including Sniper, Ghost Warrior, Snow. I don't know what either of those are. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Apparently, Ubisoft has an in-house modified version of the Cry engine that they call the Dunia engine that's used for the Far Cry series.
That's interesting.
Yeah, apparently
Apparently,
because
a new Cry engine is coming out, CryEngine 6.
Yeah, I saw that when I was looking for the Wikipedia page. But yeah, I wonder though, because like that's the thing. I don't know anything who used CryEngine 5 beyond Warhorse Studio. Like I don't. Does anyone use this anymore?
Um, if they're making a new one, I would assume that they do. What?
Games made in CryEngine. I misspelled that terribly. Oh, okay.
Rise,
That's
son of
actually
Rome.
That's actually quite a list too.
Oh,
Hunt
Hunt
Showdown,
Showdown. I play that all the
yeah.
time.
Evolve, Wolves Lords of Mayhem. So a lot of State of Decay. That surprised me because that game doesn't look very good, expressly. Squadron 42 is being made in CryEngine. Aren't we all excited for that real
I
thing
don't know
that'll
what that
totally come
is.
out? Uh, is it? If it's what I'm thinking it is, yeah. Squadron 42 is the single player game that's going to be set in the Star Citizen universe.
Oh,
Yeah. Star Citizen itself is also apparently made in this. Sonic Boom: Rise of
that's
Lyric was made in
crazy.
this.
No
What?
wonder it takes so long to load.
What?
The
Star
Star,
Citizen or? Yeah.
yeah. Star Citizen's
It's still.
so like huge and like vast. I will always I will stand by it that the people that are like crying about Starfield not being like, oh, there's a loading screen when I go to a planet. You what you wanted was Star Citizen, and it's been trying to happen for years. So don't expect like Bethesda to come out with a game that can do it right now.
That's very fair. Yeah, well, and that's the thing too, man. Starfield was just a disappointment all in all. I was literally thinking about getting it, and first off, my computer was kind of like, I mean, I can,
Do
we can try.
would you be down to get Dark and Darker?
Well, which one of us is dark and which one of us is darker?
No, they were both pale as fuck.
Well, yeah, but one of us has to be right.
No,
Like,
I don't know what game you're thinking about.
well, if it's dark and darker, one of us has to be dark. One of us has to be darker.
No. Um.
I have never heard of this. Apparently, it's having legal troubles.
Yeah,
The court case was dismissed. Cool.
it's
Good
the
for
people
them.
from Maple Story. Okay, here's what happened. Right, let me catch you up on this. Essentially, the guy who made this game worked at Nexon, who made
Hmm.
Maple Story, and they're accusing him of having taken some of their assets. But the thing is they're accusing him of taking assets for their style of game that is exactly like this that they decided not to put out. Now here's the thing:
Okay.
as soon as they said, "Hey," basically like "fuck you," you can't put that out, right? As soon as they said that, is when that Warhaven game that me and all the boys were playing for like a few months came out. That game is also made by Nexon. And I'm
Yeah.
like, is this the game that they were trying to say was similar to this? Because it wasn't balanced. It wasn't as good, but it came out just like I had heard nothing about it, and then all of a sudden it was just coming out and it was free to play. And I almost feel like they, you know, put a damper on Dark and Darker with whatever legal stuff so that they could release Warhaven. And funny enough, Warhaven, like a week, not a few weeks, or not a week, it was a few weeks ago, actually just said, yeah, we're closing down the servers, basically. You're all getting refunds for whatever you bought. It's just not working out.
Oh yeah, I had
And
Warhaven on my wish list. The minute you brought that up, I was like, I mean, it's been sitting there for a long time, but I was free to play. I didn't know that. I was just checking it out. I guess I was probably drunk.
but basically Dark and Darker is just it's like a big dungeon and you
Hmm.
go in as like a medieval character and you have to fight the other players and like just skeletons and stuff that's there and get loot and escape.
I feel that.
Because you could be like a warlock, a knight, or whatever. And
Yeah,
it's not as hard to get into as like a shooter because it's just like you have magic and stuff. I think out of any PvP game, this would be the one that you probably enjoy the most.
I feel that though. Yeah, I there are a couple of what I call like extraction shooters like that are good, that I like, but they're all single player. So
This one you go in with a group of three, so it could literally just be me, you, and Josh.
that's fair. It would also require it running on my computer, which, as new games get newer and newer, becomes a heftier task for my rig.
Um, do you know what graphics card you have?
Uh, AMD. Oh, that's a keyboard. That's not my thing. Hold on. Let's see. Da, 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 da. There we go. I used to know right off the top of my head, but I mean, it's been the same one. It's an AMD. That's a processor.
What's the processor
Well,
to?
AMD Ryzen 7 1700X 8 core, 3.4 gigahertz. One of my biggest problems on my computer is honestly my RAM. That's like one of the big, and my fans. I need new fans, new RAM, and a new graphics card.
How?
Because I don't have much RAM, I should say. I don't need new
No, I
RAM.
mean,
I just
like,
need
how
more
did
RAM.
you not pull up your graphics card as well?
What do you mean? Because I went to the wrong thing.
Oh. Well, your processor should be able to run it just fine.
Yeah, but that's not the biggest problem. Let me see. What I briefly forgot how to fucking see my stuff.
So
It's too early in the
this is
morning
for
me to be
everyone
clicking
on the
through my
podcast
fucking.
listening. If you want to see anything on your computer, go to your little search bar and type in Device Manager.
Yeah, that's what I'm at now. I made it.
And then if you want to find your graphics card, you go to Display Adapters.
I have a Radeon RX 580. So,
You can definitely play this. It literally lists that as one of the cards that can play this.
well, that's solid then. You know
Now, I
what
don't know
else
how
is
much
solid,
RAM you
Jacob?
have. What?
Oh, I have a whopping 8 gigs.
Oh, well then you can still play it, but we definitely need to up that for anything else in life.
But that's what I've been running at the whole time I've had this computer. But it was the one at the time. Everything I was getting in it were pretty like top of the line for the time. Except I afforded all that by jipping very hard on RAM and a couple of other features. Like I don't have a disk drive, for instance.
Well, you don't need a disk drive.
I know, but I'm just saying there are times where it would be cool to have one because I have old computer games and stuff
Oh,
on disk. But you know what that leads us perfectly into, Jacob,
the end.
of the episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I've played with the side of my beard so much that it has now poofed off like a old Civil War general. But thank you all so much for watching. If you want to leave a like or a comment on the YouTube, you definitely can. I don't normally shout that out, but feel free to. And we thank you so much for watching. If you watched on Spotify or listened on Spotify, you can watch on YouTube. If you watched on YouTube, you can listen on Spotify. We are recording this extremely early, and I am very tired and not coherent. Again, I have been Zach. You can find me on YouTube at Pixelated Trash. You can find Jacob over on YouTube at NizzyRTL. You can also find Jacob and the channel on Twitter at NizzyRTL and at the Fluffy Biscuits podcast. There's an extra F because we couldn't secure the rights to the other one. We are also going to be doing streams soon. By the time you see this, we may have already done another one, but hopefully we're going to start doing them on our YouTube channel rather than Jacob's private Twitch channel. But you can always check out either. You can find him on Twitch at NizzyRTL, and you can, of course, find us here on the YouTube at the Fluffy Biscuits podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.